Hello and welcome back to A Town Called Bastard. This is Neill and we are playing Crusader Kings 2 Horse Lords. As we left last time, we've just taken a decent chunk of Persia. I think I'm going to advance my armies a bit north and take some of Cumania for some fertile lands whilst becoming exalted amongst men, apparently. Which is wonderful. I now have no ambitions. Which seems a bit aimless in life, but let's go with that for now. I might even subjugate the what are these people? The Kyrgyz. Ah, speaking of ambitions, let's just get married. Apparently, 61. Good for her. Maybe I can marry one of my concubines. Are any of them worth anything? Well, that one's pregnant. Anyone interesting to marry? And as always, I find that right at the beginning of the game there's a precious lack of them. This one's tempting because no one's had daughters yet. This one will lose me some prestige, but fortunately I've just become exalted, so I don't need it. Which has quite nice stats anyway. So I'll marry that one. I find it's quite a pity that we lack such historical information about well, women in general throughout large parts of history. I think it almost brings it into a sharp relief when you see it that there's just only randomly generated people at many start dates. I imagine it would get quite crazy trying to do anything about it. So the Khan of Cumania has made a has become an empire tale. Ah, that's presumably because he's obviously nomadic. Sure, he wasn't like that before, or maybe it's just it's changed. Oh, it's changed hands. There we go. Yes. So the Khan of Turnu, who settled over there, also giving Cumania itself to this chap. And he's just in front of his office. Okay. So I'm still. It's going to take quite a long time for that heavily depleted army to get north. In the meantime, I'm going to start reinforcing a bit of my troops. As you can see from this is the horde screen. Places retinues which hordes don't otherwise receive. So you can choose from a variety of different cavalry bits. Now I'm not an expert at lots of the bits that come up mechanics, but I do know that horse archers are quite fantastic. So I'm gaining a certain amount of manpower every month, and I have a maximum population that's quite a lot higher than I can get right now. Yes, I get quite a lot higher population. But in the meantime, I'm just going to. My adventure troops won't last forever, so I'm just going to get a lot more horse archers. Horse archers are always good, and these appear. They cost me a bit of gold to get, and they cost me money to reinforce. But they start at half strength in my capital, so I can field quite a lot of these. And, I can make an important decision. I can hold the Nerge, which means I think that's basically a great hunt. As I have a hunting focus, I'm going to do that. I might hold back my war a bit, but never mind. Let's do that. It's only available to Mongols, I believe, the Nerge. So I'm getting some horse archers, but I think I'll also get a bit of heavy cavalry as well, just for them punching power. So I'll fill that out a bit. I still have quite a lot of gold left. I mean, granted it's going to cost me quite a bit to reinforce it, but it's going quite nicely there. Well, that's just shocking. Some Persian Muslim is not as good. Now, shall I show leniency? Well, this guy loves me anyway, so I'm just going to show leniency. Why not? And what is this troops? Anything else interesting I can do? Well, I can press it is your claims over here. I'm not really interested in doing that. I'd rather get some fertile grasslands before I expand out. Ooh, I have some pillaging I can do. And I have a new son, who is sickly and has a lisp, so he's not going very far. Well, there is a temple. So, actually, no, sorry, not. It's not. I keep thinking it's a temple due to those graphics. I'm not entirely sure why. But I want to use that one as well. Oh, and it's gone. Gone entirely, so that's even more fertile. Excellent. Soon that will happen. The other one, and I'm also going to. I think I'm going to try and get a bit more manpower growth. Because as you see, there's an awful lot of upgrades I can make on my capital. Population growth. Well, that'll do. That'll be ready for it. I could upgrade lots of other things as well, I suppose, but there's not really much need to. There's my Nerge going on. Am I still holding on? Yes, as you can see, I've probably been Genghis Khan. I have this Greatest of Khans modifier. Gives me general opinion and morale and national revolt. I think if you're not already Genghis Khan, and there isn't one, presumably, there are decisions one can make to try and become one. Excellent. But obviously as I've started as Genghis Khan Temujin, I can do that. I mean, I have that right from the start. Although I believe at the current version of the game, when I was last reading about it, if you do that, it can relinquish some of your non-de jure vassals. Yes, I don't mind losing Cruel. Did not lose Cruel. Pity. Morale damage though. I don't really want vassals up in them just yet. Excellent, so that's the Nerge over. So I'm just going to move my troops away from here. So I can start. We can declare war. Oh no, I'm still at a feast apparently. Well. I'm not going to bother looting that one gold though, so I'll turn building off. I've lost something in a siege somewhere. Clicked by accident. Ah, it's that province. Because I'm raiding them. I believe. You know what? I'm fine. They can do what they want in that province. They're going to get extinct relatively soon. My grandson. Well, sure. What was that again? I've got a feeling I'm going to have a lot of sons. Something about. You're my son. I don't want to lose you. You're too good a spy master. Speaking of which, I should spy on technology. There we go. And there we go. My nerve just be held. I'm going to replace that steward. That's a much better steward. Give me more tribute now. Who's the wealthiest of my vassals? That's a good thing to check because that'll determine who's best to. Try and get more out of. It is still him. He's giving me no money. But, actually, of course, I'm not actually taxing him a big amount. Yeah, they already probably don't like me too much. Let's tax you. Why not? Let's see. This might end very badly for me. There's only one way to find out. I'm also waiting for my troops to move. Why not some church infrastructure? Oh, I can pillage again. Wonderful. Which is left on this building? There's not much, only a few buildings left really to destroy there. I'm getting some rather uncharacteristically Mongol music at the moment. At least I presume it is. I'm not entirely sure. Now, as a Mongol, and as a nomad, and as a Tengri, I can make single county conquests to get my religion more authority, but I'm much more concerned with just getting more land owned. I can make it a tributary, which anyone can do, really, and make it start paying me lots of tribute. I can do a once per game invasion. Sorry, once per. Oh no, sorry, that's a different one. That's if I have far too much population. I can take a lot of land for that, but I'm in no danger of that, so I'm nowhere near 90% of my maximum. Or I can just subordinate it, by which I just take or vassalize a whole duchy. Which I think I'll do that for Kyrgyz, because that will get 3 more nice fertile land for my horde. There we go. Now, I'll just do a quick demonstration of something in a moment. as it's nomadic land, one can't actually hold it. So I've just walked into it and I've automatically besieged it, but there's nothing there. If I wasn't a nomad, I could build a fort here, which would allow me to keep controlling it, but as I'm not, as soon as I move on from this province, it's just going to relinquish. There we go. See, it's no longer under siege. So what I have to do is, well, either defeat their armies or capture their capital, which is a real holding. And pillage again. And it's gone. Tends to provoke that city and just get another bit of grassland, actually. How much is there? Well, there's quite a lot there. And there's a university. I think I'll leave that for now. I'm going to get some more fertile land in a second. Excellent. Oh, and I can kill one of my vassals' trade posts. I don't think I will, because he'll be angry with me. Ooh. Taking after me if he's no longer kind. He's not a great heir, I must say. Not the best of things. Another one. At this rate, not only is my heir not going to be good, but my heirs probably aren't going to be good. What have we got here? Alright, diplomacy, commercial. Ooh, what was that one? That one's... okay, wood championship is a lot younger. That one's useless. Right, I'm going to star that one, hopefully. Remember to educate him myself when he's 16. Get myself some decent stuff. Get a decent heir somewhere along the line. Because I'm going to have such trouble when I inherit as my son. He's not very good. Not very good at all. Can I send him a gift? No, yeah, 20. That's not much good. And I think this war is nearly over, as that was captured very swiftly. Very swiftly indeed. And there we go. Yay! More land. It's quite fertile land, this one. So my clans want 2 provinces. So, of the provinces I have, I'm sure there are ones which aren't quite fertile. So these are 4, 4, 5. So that one's one of the best ones to give out. It's only at 3, I think. I might give out these non-fertile lands first. I can do what I want with them. Oh, that's quite big, quite nice stuff under them. As you may guess, in case it's not horribly apparent, I've obviously not played this expansion of Great Deal before, given that it is very new. So I'm going to give away, I think, this one, Kutal, it has barely any free land. Which of these is the best to give it to? Now, here's something Islam is humble and he's tingling. I need to think now for my heirs, because I need to find someone who might like for my heirs. He won't as much as an historian. He is content though, and that's quite big. Content is 50 and infidel's only 24. So I'm going to give him a piece of land. What's that one there? Kutal, I think it was. Kutal. Kutal. I don't need to worry about, while I like contiguous areas, I don't actually need to worry about it because there's not really any de jure things to pay attention to. And the next weakest one is probably, yeah, I think it's Ket. So which of you like me? I'll probably better. Go to my son, he's kind, humble, arbitrary, wrath. Humble. That really doesn't do anything. Not this one. Diligent, gregarious, temperate. You're old though, so you won't matter. So what's your heir going to be like? You have no children. Well, that's risky. No, you don't even have a brother. Let's go with you. Why not? It was Ket. There we go, Ket. And I'm going to make this content one. I'm going to try to educate his son. Maybe his son will become Tingle. Yes. Originally you. No, 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 no. You get educated by... Yes, you can be educated by them. So you might become Tengri. Could be good. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to make this one my... I'm going to make them a... Once they're educated, got the education contract, I think I'm going to make them a blood brother. And that makes the clan like me a lot more. There we go. I'm going to form a blood oath. There we go. As long as we both live, they're going to be staunch allies. Excellent. And now that's represented in this screen when he eventually accepts it. By this green line. There are also red lines, which you can't see at the moment, which would indicate clan feuds. I can execute a feud with someone if I want, which allows me to declare war on them. Well, unless I'm a Kargan. But it will mean they don't like us as much. I don't really see a need to do that. In fact, this one, what? You might find a good, you might find it. So, back to the Maverick Handler. I am very tempted to do a full invasion of Cumania for all their lands, but it's very fertile. Can I do one of those? Make them a tributary. No, I can't do any such. I think you get a once per lifetime invasion you can do, and I think I start the game doing that against Persia. I can't do anything truly impressive here. So instead, I'm just going to try and subordinate one of these territories, which is better. All kind of tribal, which is disappointing. And then I'll take ogres as well. Right, let's go for Cumania, because I'm right next to it and already in some other wars. Well, there's not much I can do from over here anyway, given that it is just grassland. So I'm going to march my troops all the way over here. We take. Who are you? Interesting. There's a free roaming clan wandering about there. So I'll probably try and take Turkestan on my way through, and then maybe Alania if I can get it. Just start marching my stuff along. Dutiful cleric. Well, great. That's very nice for you. I have need for a dutiful cleric, particularly. Yeah, why not get some noble customs to make my feudal vassals like me a little more, given that I'm taxing them now. Ooh, and I might just take this whilst I'm at it. Don't have a great deal of use to it, but vassals are vassals. Do they have any other land? No, it's just them apparently. I'll take that whilst I'm at it. It's quite a different. I mean, granted, I started as Genghis Khan, and I have lots of troops. This is a different kind of game than playing as a feudal Christian. I find that of lots of the the other types really. There's no inheritance game really to worry about. There's the succession, but there's I don't know if you're pillaging it, but there's no marrying for claims in quite the same way. Although presumably, if I marry, but it's everything's agnatic, so none of the sisters of anyone seem to have, or daughters seem to have claims anyway. Do I have any sisters? No, just that male. That male brother? Well, that would be a turn up for the books. Right, so I'm going to declare war on this. Wait, it says unless he. Nah, he was the one who used to own the entire sultanate. So I'll go back to. Ooh, Turnu has now taken that land somehow. Right, well, fine. I'm going to try and subordinate that land, which is the bigger duchy. Definitely come out. Let's go after that one. Here we go. And because I can, I'm going to try and call all my vassals into war. And they might even fight it for me if I'm lucky. Because he only has 250 troops. I don't know if I believe that for a second. Quite sure I don't believe it for a second. Aha! Another of my sons is getting brave. He does at least have brave and patient, this son of mine. Brave is a very good, vast opinion +10. So he might be salvageable on that alone. Just see what happens. In the meantime, it looks like I can get yet more troops. So I'll get a few more of these lovely troops. The fact they start off at half strength already is just lovely. I imagine it would be quite horrifying to attack a Mongol horde, or any nomad horde for that matter, and just have them just reinforce and reinforce constantly. I don't care about you either. All these children I don't care about. Yes, you could be educated by someone, why not? These are at least feudal lands, so I can just seize them properly. Usurp Baila Bailig. Why would I want to do that? I don't really. Fine. Great. Do what you want. Trade practices. Does that mean I might be able to get another trade post? That's the question. Yes. Or have I not built any trade posts? Did I forget that one last time? Yes, well, as I am on the Silk Road, I can build trade posts. This gets me money and increase the trade zone. So I'm just going to try and take. I believe ideally further along the route would have been better, but as it's too late for that, I'll just try and take one of these. These cost me a pitiful 50 gold, so I can afford that. It's actually in the game, I believe, as a silk, like just says Silk Road. As you can see, it's even more popular right now. But I believe this is listed as major trade routes. There's at least one bit of the interface that just calls it a major trade route. But it should be quite moddable, and I've already seen some mods go up on workshops that extend it quite a bit further. And there have been a number of people who claim that, from what I've been reading, that this Silk Road should really go much further. Constantinople, Novgorod, that sort of thing. Especially as Constantinople, the city of men's desires, really was a bit of a trading hub. They made a lot of money from it. Ah! They being the Byzantines in this case. Let's try and cut this army off. There we go. So they're going to be down 22nd of August, 4th of September. Now there's an awkward bit with speed at the moment. September, October, where 4 speed is a bit too fast, and 3 is a bit too jerky and slow. So I'll have to see playing on the speed. The optimizations they've done for this patch do seem to be making things quite a bit fast, especially at the high rates. God, we're taking this army apart very quickly with all this horse archers. Delicious. Oh, whilst I'm here, might as well siege this down. Lovely gold. They're now sieging them. I don't think they'll take too long. Might as well keep besieging these down as I can. In fact, I probably would quite like to advance this war further into community, so I might just speed this up and go with them anyway. Oh, and they're leaving. Even better. Yeah, resist my follow. There it is. At some point, I think I mentioned in my Carling game in France. I would like to do a roleplay run through at some point. Where I try to roleplay through the traits. The bastard does pretty much all of his gameplay in that way. That's something I've quite managed yet. Hey, this is my great-grandson. It's ridiculous. Remarkable number of grandchildren. There we go. So... I think I'll leave it. But yes, that'll be another time. It'll be an interesting one. I think, especially as a feudal ruler, trying to decide whether I should let my children marry for love, or I should marry too ambitiously and things like that. I'm also quite intrigued, I don't know if there's much basis in it, by the blue colour of the Mongol Empire. There are lots of other countries, states, like the blue of France and the red of England, and I think the yellow of Castile, and the green of some of the Muslim places, and the purple of the Byzantines. They're sort of semi-represented within history. But you know what this bluish grey of the Mongol Empire is from might be vaguely appropriate. I honestly have no clue. And some of it as well is just, yes, sort of tradition. I should imagine. So that's a start, but it's not terribly exciting. Fit fertile land. Let's just pull it away. Oh, that's quite quick. So that's something a bit better actually. Still not great, what do we want? We want 2 of these counties. They're pretty crap ones, so I'll give them Kimak until I think you can have 2 and then you can have Kimak. As you can see, I'm having to balance this land I'm giving them all. They're quite like me, some of these clans. Well, I say quite like me. They like me more than they hate me right now. Let's take what I can get on this. So, I could make them a tributary, but really they have no income to speak of. Don't have any interesting duchies I can take from them. Well, this is slim pickings. I'll take a duchy of 2. Okay, I might just do a county conquest at last and actually do something useful with it. Would I get... I wouldn't get any moral victory, but at least I wouldn't spend vast amounts of prestige on it. Yes, I'll do that. And the jihad for Sicily has failed, so we do not have a Muslim Sicily. It's not a great surprise. It was the Holy Roman Empire. And did my wife die during childbirth? She did. Time for another wife. She's not bad. Go. I am tempted at some point, once I got a big empire, to try and convert over to Jainism or something, because I find the idea of a Jain nomad horde fairly entertaining. Jains? I think it's Jains. Followers of Jainism are very peaceful, and more specifically in game they have I think, plus 30 relationship bonus to all of their vassals, which is quite incredible, really. Oh, that's a nomad land, so I can't take it. Right, charge over this way. Let's wander that way. I'll time to some troops, I'm sure. So they have a much easier time of taking it. So that religion obviously is in India. There's not many of them now though. Like this. I don't think there's many rulers at most start dates for that matter. Let's try and find a Jain ruler. No, I don't know how to find a Jain ruler from this screen. Alphabetically. Presumably. You can tell how few there are. Historian. Hindu. Rufi, Jewish, Neophysite. Wow. There's really not many. Jewish. And yeah, those are the few Jain people. I should probably try and marry one of them. Just see if I can get Jainism in my pedigree somewhere along the line. Get some courtiers of that lot. Let's look for that actually. Gender, women, married, no. Oh dear. So, it won't be my culture group. It won't be my religion group. So that narrows it down a bit further. Let's look for someone. I should say, they'll say no. Well, next time I need a, oh, they won't consider offers from themselves anyway. I'll just have to conquest some of it later. I mean, politely invite them to my court, obviously. That is what tends to happen with Genghis Khan. He was known for politely. Actually, I don't know, I'm completely making it up. He might have been. We have images, especially in the West, of these, well, mainly in the West, of them being sort of savage barbarians with no law and no order and no discipline, but remarkably sophisticated. And even if one was not inclined to believe that, despite large amounts of evidence for it, obviously the Mongols settled in India as the Mughal Empire, and China is heavily involved in it. The various Chinese emperors, well, I think all the Chinese emperors after, I can't remember what date, basically all descended from the Mongols. Crusade for Jerusalem to assist Queen Isabel de Brienne. She's married to Duke of Achaia. I think in reality, where is the Duke of Achaia? Where is he? Achaia. Oh. He's part of the Latin Empire. Interesting. Actually, no, he's independent. He's independent, but he was related to the Latin Empire's excursions undoubtedly. Trebizond has been kicked north to Crimea, and the Byzantine Empire is having a bit of a revolt, as is the Latin Empire. Lower kind of authority, tyranny. Wow. She was married to... One second, I'm sorry, dear viewers. I'm sure I saw there. They both held the title, but they weren't married. Okay, I clearly need to look into the history of that at some point. That looks fascinating. She was married to Pierre. Fascinating. Anyway, that wasn't where I was going with this. Continue my conquest. I did not even know the Latin Empire existed before I started playing Crusader Kings 2. Fascinating things. That's a tiny army. Is that going to be a bane in my existence with occupation? Yes, it is. Really should have split my army a little. Although there's not many troops, if I'm lucky, I can just... The size of these armies I can have, and the speed at which I can get them is incredible. I'm just going to march them across there if I can get some troops to kill them. Where are your armies? Do you have any armies that I can kill? Ooh, hunting dog. Do not... My hunting dog must have died. Forgotten that. Wonderful hunting dog. With yet more health. I've now got... how much? +1 health from hunting dogs. And then another +1 health for being hunting focus. I will live, hopefully, quite a bit of time. Which is good, because my sons... Oh, my sons. Just shocking. Right, no, you're getting educated by me. To make sure I have someone I can vaguely control what they get as an education. Do not have high hopes. which would, I suppose, model history in a way, because after Genghis Khan died, there were a bit of a splitting of the empire. The Khanate. A lot of things just happened. And I'm obviously being slightly understating it there. The Bektashi Holy Order has started. Oh dear. I'm sure that's dreadful. Right, I'm going to have to split this up. I'm going to split it even further. What other land do you have that's not nomadic, so I can do something with it? That one is. Very weird having such a massive empire. Which obviously not historical, but there's just a lot of things very far away, especially when we're attacking these people. Unlike, especially as I have such a large standing army as a result of part of the events, but also increasingly, I'm sure, the manpower. I'm going to have a lot to manage. I'm just going to have a lot of standing armies just lying about that I can do whatever I want with. So I don't need to raise levies in one place and gather them in nearly the same way. Excellent. So, I've successfully done that. And once again, I'm sure someone will want land. Yes, yes, yes. I need to try to work out a ratio at some point of how good are holdings versus a free spot. Well, I imagine Balkash is quite poor because they're heavily underdeveloped holdings. I'll give someone Balkash. So we're trying to keep things relatively easy. So you can have Balkash. There you go. Although those two get quite a lot higher pops, I might have to just pump this one quite a bit. What? No, I want you to become ambitious. No. And I think on that note, I will end it for today, dear viewers. I'm sure another episode will be coming very soon. But in the meantime, enjoy yourself and think of Genghis Khan. Bye everyone.